Welcome to OnCore Live. I'm your host, Robin Bell. And on today's show, we're going to be talking to one of the Avery Dennison experts behind our new automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio. And we'll talk with an Avery Dennison technical specialist team member about the team behind the science of tapes. We're going to be covering a lot of information and insights in this webisode, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. At the end of the broadcast, we're going to have a Q&A. Feel free to send those questions to us throughout the broadcast, and we'll address them later. Now, please post those questions in the Q&A tab on your meeting toolbar and not in chat. Joining us for today's OnCore Live is Joe Meckler, Avery Dennison Performance Tapes Technical Specialist Manager, who takes us deep into the daily workings of the Avery Dennison Technical Specialist team. Joe's going to share how his team's work is vital to our success and to yours. Now, to get us started today, Deanne Lewis, Avery Dennison Performance Tapes Converter Channel Product Manager, is going to share an overview about the new automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio, including how the Electrification Revolution played a role in the development of addressing noise issues. Deanne's been with us before, and we're excited to have her back with us today to talk about the new automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio. And with that, welcome to OnCore Live, Deanne. We've got to unmute you, get you unmuted and get you going here. Give us just a second, folks. Okay, Deanne, I see that you're unmuted. Are you back with us? All right, this might take just a moment, everybody. I am excited about talking about the automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio, and I think there's a lot for you all to learn about this and to hear about. So we might be having a little bit of a technical glitch. So just bear with us for a moment. Here we go. There she is. Now let's get you unmuted and we'll start our conversation.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Welcome. I can hear you now. Yay, and so can everybody else. Welcome to
All right,
OnCore Live.
great. Thanks, Robin. Yes, I'm excited to discuss with you and our viewers our automotive foam and fiber solutions today. So thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about it too. Now, before we talk about the new portfolio, would you give us a brief introduction of your background and your role with Avery Dennison Performance Tapes?
Sure. I'm a senior product manager at Avery Dennison Performance Tapes. I've been with the company for now 26 years in different capacities. My current role is product manager for the converter channel. So my role encompasses having the right portfolio of services and products for our converter customers. My focus over the past 5 years has been continuous improvement of products, services, and most importantly, value creation for our converter channel.
Well, speaking of value creation, let's talk about the new automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio. So what insights can you share with us that led you and the Performance Tapes team to develop the automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio? And to that, would you tell us why this is important for our viewers?
Sure. So the electrification of vehicles has heightened the need for foam and fiber solutions within vehicles. With the quieter motors, drivers will hear more noise that was previously covered up by the engine. So now is a perfect time to incorporate some of the solutions for buzz, squeak, and rattle applications. We have some great products out of our Mount Juliet facility for solutions in this space, and I wanted to take some time to get these products incorporated into the portfolio for our customers and make them available.
Yeah, well, this is a great time for it. Now, what are some of the benefits of the automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio for our OEMs?
Great question, Robin. There's 4 OEM pain points that we addressed. First, we wanted to offer a wide range of materials that bond to various foams, in particular, and LSE materials. In addition, the portfolio now includes products to assist in reducing noise, vibration, and harshness. We've also combined several different face materials such as flock, felts, and UHMW with the adhesive to provide a total solution for buzz, squeak, and rattle applications. We have also provided products to improve interior air quality. So we have several low VOC products in the product line. We've also recently introduced a new product into this space, which is our Fast Tape 8299, which is a double coated tissue with our high performance low VOC acrylic. And then third, one of the things we wanted to address was the OEM specifications that need to be met with these products. So our Avery Dennison ISO 17025 certified lab with over 2,000 active OEM specs are out there on our website. In addition, our customers have the ability to go out to that OEM cert finder on our website, and they can search by the OEM spec or by the Avery Dennison product to see what products meet our OEM specifications. If a cert is not available, a request can be submitted, and Avery Dennison can do the testing for all portions of the OEM spec that we have within our current ISO scope. And then we can publish a cert online for our customer. The main thing here is this service allows our customers to be more responsive to the OEMs and eliminate the additional cost of obtaining the certifications from an outside lab.
All very good points. Would you take us through the applications in the automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio?
Absolutely. We have 7 different applications. 6 are shown here. Just to note that 2 of them are BSR. So one is with adhesive solutions only, and one is with the combined system. So that's why there's a total of 7, but only 6 are shown here. So the first one is interior gasket bonding. So here we focus on bonding to polyether and polyester urethanes. We have a wide variety of transfer tapes and double-coated options, including low VOC and LSE performance. We've also added a product called FTF3328LV, which is a great LSE product with low VOC for opportunities where a transfer tape is needed. And those products are new from our Mount Juliet portfolio and have been used extensively in automotive. And then for exterior gasket bonding, we focused on EPDM and PVC foams and LSE bonding. We have several great high performance acrylics to withstand those high temperatures and environmental conditions. And then some of our double coated products with PETs are also included in this portfolio to prevent stretching of the die cut parts in application. Then moving on. Oh, I'm sorry, Robin, go ahead.
I was going to say, did you want to address some of the other benefits on these other applications?
Sure. So the other ones are heat shield bonding, which we have a very small portfolio for, but we have some really, really powerful products. They withstand extreme heat and fluid exposure. We have a single and double liner transfer tape that has excellent holding power to LSE surfaces, which is pretty unique. And then along with our buzz, squeak, and rattle, we have a wide variety of options that are now including flocks, felts, and UHMW with PSAs, and then some standard adhesives that our customers can laminate to various substrates for buzz, squeak, and rattle applications if they wish to do the lamination themselves. The products in the portfolio include several options for low odor and LC bonding. And then just moving on to acoustical absorption, the focus there is being able to bond well to fiber blankets used to absorb sound. We chose products for this portfolio that can bond well to textured surfaces such as shoddy and also bond well to LSE plastics. We also have incorporated low odor options and then products, of course, that meet OEM specifications. And then last but not least is the interior trim padding. Here we focused on products that would bond well to polyethylene foam and LSE plastics also. And then we would also include the low odor options and then products, of course, that meet OEM specifications.
Well, this portfolio is robust and it's impressive. It's got such a wide variety of solutions that cover just about everything with and around the car. All right, why don't we switch gears for just a moment? Would you tell us how Avery Dennison simplifies the selection process?
Sure, Robin. Many of the products in this portfolio come from our core series, and hopefully most of the folks on the line are familiar with that. We rolled out the core series product line about 5 years ago. Each year we try to make the product line a little bit more robust with the goal of improving our offer to our customers. And the core series portfolio is arranged by adhesive category, and it follows a 4-step process for making a product selection. And by answering those 4 key questions, the user can make a product selection easily. And we also have an app that allows you to do the same thing, and it narrows down those products for you.
Just makes it very easy, doesn't it? So, how do you know if a product is in that core series?
So we have a document that you'll be able to see or obtain that at the end of the last column, it will show whether the product is a core series item. Most of the products that are in the portfolio are core series products, other than some of the new ones that we've introduced today, specifically the Buzz Squeak and Rattle products. A lot of those are out of our Mount Juliet facility. And what we do with the core series is we typically wait until products are adopted and they're higher volume, and we make those part of the core series. So those products would be added as volume picks up and our customers find interest in needing those with quicker lead times. And also some of the things that are really important that are offered in the core series. Some of the main things to note there is that the products that are in the core series offer a 24-hour sample turnaround. And those samples are 9-inch by 30 feet. We do have 1-roll MOQs on all the products that are in the core series. Also, we do offer a 2-year warranty.
Mm.
And then a few other things is that we offer no charge slitting for 4 inches and above for any product that is a slittable product. There are some transfer tapes within our portfolio that are considered non-slittable. And then we also have a dedicated application support line that can allow our customers to get instantaneous pricing, so they can go ahead and quote their customers quickly.
Well, this is really amazing. This has been really great. It's always great talking with you, Deanne. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and your expertise today. The new automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio is a terrific addition to the larger Avery Dennison Performance Tapes list of automotive solutions. And you can learn more about it by visiting tapes.averydennison.com/auto foam and fiber. You can see that right here on this slide if you want to take a quick screenshot. Now, Deanne is going to be back for the Q&A at the end of the broadcast. But as a reminder, you can send those questions to us anytime during the broadcast and post those questions in the Q&A tab on your meeting toolbar and not in chat. With us now is Joe Meckler, Technical Specialist Manager with Avery Dennison Performance Tapes. Now, Joe is here to introduce us to the technical specialists and extended team who support you with research and new product development when you need it. Welcome to OnCore Live, Joe. It's great having you with us here today.
Yeah, thanks, Robin. Happy to be here.
So, to get us started, would you tell us about yourself and your role with Avery Dennison Performance Tapes?
Sure. Yeah, so I'm a chemical engineer by training. I started my journey here with Avery Dennison about 8 years ago, a little over 8 years ago. I came in as an R&D engineer in the product development team, and I've been in the product development group for the entirety of the 8 years. About 2 years ago, the last 2 years, I've been in the role of technical specialist manager, and we'll get into kind of what that means and what that looks like in the next few slides. But really, for me personally, it's been exciting to be a part of that role gave me a chance to kind of pop my head outside the lab a little bit, away from the benchtop, and be able to talk more with customers. So I'm excited to kind of talk to you guys today about the R&D group, the product development group as a whole, and be able to share with you, some of the things we can offer to you guys moving forward from a product development standpoint.
Yeah, and this is what we're getting ready to talk about here. I think is very important information for our viewers. So you got a deep bench of team members that have specific areas of focus. Can you introduce us to your extended team of technical specialists?
Yeah, for sure. Before I go through and kind of one by one introduce you guys to the team, I just want to kind of highlight the focus, along with our beyond bonding strategy, a little bit about what the goal of our team is. So, we have 5 engineers that you'll see on the screen here. Their main focus and overarching goal is to support you guys as customers. And they do that in several different ways. Some of the main ways are on-site and virtual consultations, training, which I think we'll talk about a little bit later, product recommendations for applications that you may have, and then they also work pretty heavily on new product development as well, which we'll get into. So starting at the top there, we have Rob Hart. He's been with Avery Dennison for about 25 years. Started out on the coder, moved into the finishing, and now he's kind of on our team. He's supporting the transportation and general industrial area. So he really brings a really unique part to the team. Just he's been there, done that. He knows coding, he knows finishing in and out. So he's really versatile and helpful. And then you'll see on the right there, I've added there's some functional focus areas that each member of the team has as well. Rob's is Avery Dennison divisional liaison. It's a fancy word. All that really means is he is very plugged in with the rest of the organization. So he doesn't just know tapes. He doesn't know the context of tapes. He knows the graphics division, our performance polymers division, our reflected division. So if we need to tap into any of the contacts around the greater Avery Dennison organization, he's the perfect contact for that. Next up, we have Abby Holloway. She's one of the newest members of the team. She's leading our print packaging and general converter segments. So if you happen to be a general converter, she will likely be the one that helps you guys out.
And Abby, sounds like you're cutting out a little bit there. Well, it's Thursday. We've got some technical issues. So we see Abby Holloway. You're talking about Abby. We just lost Joe. Print, packaging, and general converters. Jenna Miles, EV battery, automotive CMP. If we can get Joe back, we'll continue on with. Oh, there he is.
Oh, sorry. I think my internet went. I don't know where I lost you.
They have. You were just starting to tell us about Abby Holloway, and you can take it from there.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so Abby's a little bit new to the team. She is doing our print packaging and general converter support. And then she's also really heavily involved in the sustainability from a technical side. So Avery Dennison's sustainability goals are key for us, being net zero by 2050 and reducing our greenhouse gas emissions by 70% by 2030 are big for us. So if you have any sustainability challenges, Abby will be a huge resource to kind of help you, align with our goals as well. Next, we have Jenna Miles. She is been with the team. She's been around industry for a while, especially in coatings. She's been with the team for about 3 or 4 years. She is our EVB expert. So anything on the cutting edge for EV battery that we're involved in, automotive, that's her specialty. And then she's also pretty heavily involved with CMP, which is chemical mechanical planarization, which is a unique market that is growing. We're seeing growth in. Next up, we have Ricardo Soto. He is the most tenured on the team. He is a jack of all trades. He is our building and construction expert. And then we'll talk a little bit about the PSA Academy later, but he's also our PSA Academy director. He does a lot of the trainings. He coordinates a lot of the trainings. He's developed the materials there. And if you're familiar with PSTC and some of the trainings there, he's also a member of the performance or the PSTC training team and does trainings with them if you happen to go to their seminars. And then last up, we have Chuck Stevens. He is been around the tapes world for many years. He's actually part of our acquisition of our Mount Juliet site from a technical standpoint, and he's leading medical and advantage converters pretty heavily. And then he is our HDD expert. So he has the expertise and know-how and to ensure we make the right products for HDD and the different requirements required there. So.
Well, you have got a great team here. So let's talk about new product development. It's a critical initiative for our converters and for the OEMs that they support. So how does your team assist with new product development?
Yep. Yeah. So you can see there at the top, we have 45 years of experience. I think this is actually a little old. It's probably closer to 50 at this point. But we really follow the science to solution method. So we have a ton of support across the group, and you'll see that in upcoming slides. But we've got a lot of application know-how across the different segments. We are able to take what we learn maybe in one market segment and apply that to a totally different one, which has really been a big driver for us. And then, we talk about our track record for innovation. I think last year we had 130 projects that we worked on from new product development standpoint
Wow.
with a pretty small team. So we really have a heavy focus there and have a great track record in development. One of the other things that's helpful is our in-house polymer science and development and advanced platforms. So we work really closely with our other divisions, mainly the Performance Polymers division, and we have a in-house lab that we can do polymerization in-house and learn new things and try to develop new adhesives that help our customers, which is unique to this site within the tape world, and it's pretty cool. And then not only do we push the envelope and look for new materials from a raw material standpoint, but Avery Dennison being a huge coater of PSAs, I think they may be leading the world in how much PSA volume they coat. There's a lot of process technology that goes along with that. So we leverage our partners across our organization to also learn how to do new coating techniques, new coating methods, new coating styles, and drying styles and drying characteristics that they can impart unique characteristics into the tape that you can then pass on to your customer. So that's a nice tool that we have. In terms of capabilities and technologies, kind of already mentioned that we're vertically integrated with our polymers group out of Mill Hall, PA. And having that partnership is huge. Whatever they're working on, kind of next level, we get the chance to look at and work with them. And then back up the chain, we're letting them know what we are seeing out in the market, what trends are out in the market, and we can help drive some of that development, which is really cool.
Yeah.
The next, oh, sorry, Robin.
No, go ahead. I'm just amazing. It's impressive to me.
Okay, good. Custom formulating, this bullet point, in my opinion, is probably the best thing that we have to offer, or one of the best things we have to offer from a product development standpoint. So we do a lot of our own formulating. We custom formulate the majority of our adhesives. We have a lot of different capability. Over the years, we have a ton of additives. I think we might touch that on the next slide. But our ability to modify adhesive and alter the adhesive performance to exactly what a customer needs has really driven a lot of our development and a lot of our partnerships over the last 50 years or so. And I think that's really where we add a lot of value to our customers. In terms of material science, we have a material science wing of our R&D group. We have a few PhDs that's all they do all day. They do polymerization. Oh, you can go back one, Robin. So they work on the kind of rheology. They look at the polymerization side of things, and then the last bullet point there, rapid prototyping. My responsibility is also in charge of our pilot coder, which allows us to help rapidly prototype. And we can go from lab scale all the way to pilot coder scale to large scale with new developments relatively quickly, which has been huge in order to get the samples to customers.
Okay, so you're blowing me away with everything that you're doing with the new product development. This leads beautifully into research and development. So how does your team support this need for converters and OEMs? And who do they connect with to access this expertise?
Yep, absolutely. So this slide's great. This shows kind of the three-tiered approach we have for product development and from our R&D team. So the first line of defense is my team, the ATS team. They're the ones that are going to come out to you, probably more customer facing, and they do development projects that are what we call mix and match. So they're taking standard raw materials and changing them, usually shorter term projects from weeks to months. And they have access to all of our different modifying additives and different web stocks, and they can make a whole laundry list of products for you relatively quickly. The next tier, if it's a new raw material, that's where our new product development R&D team is involved. They're bringing in new raws. They're the ones that are getting more involved in the analytical techniques, rheology, and some more sophisticated coding techniques in order to deliver a solution that we may not have off the shelf today. And then our third tier is the material science team. They're looking at more 5-10 years down the pipeline, problems that are going to take a little bit of time to get and may require working with multiple divisions and multiple arms of Avery Dennison to come up with a product. And then to your point, Robin, or to your question on how do they get access to this team and all the services that I'm going to talk about today, the best way to do it is to talk with your sales rep and let them know, if you want to let them know you were on this call today and you are interested in something, they have access to my team. My team works very closely with them, and myself included, and we're able to direct between the salesperson and my team, direct you to anywhere you need within Avery Dennison.
Well, Joe, I got to tell you, I can hear your passion for what you're doing and for your team, and I'm sure the team is glomming on to that same passion as well. This is great. It's been great. So in the past on OnCore Live, we talked about the Painesville Innovation Center. For those viewers that aren't familiar with it, can you talk about the significance of this lab and some of the capabilities?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're very blessed here at TAFE. We have a pretty robust lab, starting with our analytical equipment. So we have a few DMAs that helps us do rheology, gives us a fingerprint of the polymer, and really helps us in development. We have TGA, DSC, FTIR. Those are more analytical techniques to try and decipher what may be in a compound or in a material. Those are used for development, but also for quality. And then we have a few bells and whistles. One of the ones we threw on there is a vibrational beam tester. That one's used for damping tapes. So we're able to get a fingerprint of how an adhesive dampens in a specific application. That's mostly used in automotive, but it's, along with that in our flame chamber, those are some of the more unique analytical areas that we have. We also have on-site polymer synthesis, which I mentioned. And then we have our standard TAPI laboratory. If you've been around the tape world, you may have seen, a temperature controlled room with some instrons that does some peel, tack, shear type testing. But the big thing I want to highlight here is the fabrication equipment in order to create custom test equipment. I think most people can do standard ASTM peel. They can do standard shear testing, and that does tell you and give you information. But really what my team does and what I've found has been really helpful is learning a customer's application, learning what it's going to do in the field, and doing whatever we can to simulate actual performance in the field versus just a stainless steel peel and giving you a value. So we actually are very adept, and we have a few pieces of equipment, including a CNC, that allows us to develop rigs and jigs in order to just simulate exactly what the tape is going to be experiencing at the end user, which is really what matters. Highlighting the pilot coder, again, I mentioned that I'm in charge of the pilot coder as part of my position. We have two really experienced operators. Actually, yesterday, we just celebrated one of their 25th anniversaries here at Avery Dennison.
Nice.
And they've been really huge in helping us in our development process, and they're willing to try kind of any crazy idea we come up with, and they usually make it work. So that's a crucial part of our development cycle in order to get you a sizable sample that's not full scale relatively quickly. Our plant and lab, we're ISO certified, 9001, 17025 for automotive testing. And then one of the other things I want to mention, this is just on our site here in Paynesville. Right down the street in Menor, we have access to our North America R&D Center for Avery Dennison as a whole. And they put this list to shame in terms of equipment. So if you have specialized testing, or if you have things that need to be tested, if it's not at this site, it's likely at a local site just down the road. And we utilize and work closely with that team as well.
Mm. This is amazing. All right, why don't we finish up with the Avery Dennison PSA Training Academy? So what is this, and how can our viewers participate?
Yeah, so I hinted at this a little earlier. This is Ricardo Soto's, I guess, baby. He loves to teach and loves people to learn. And he kind of came up with this idea of creating an entire, curriculum, if you want to call it that. We have PSA 100, PSA 200, and we start with kind of like a college curriculum almost. So you have 101, 102. And these are trainings that we will offer to any customer. We can do it on site. We can do it virtually. You can come out to our lab and get a more detailed version if needed. But really, it starts with the very basics, principles of PSA. Some of the folks on the line may have gotten a PSA 101 type training. That's something we've been doing for years. And it really kind of gives you a taste of what tapes are, what they're made of, what they can do. And then we've added to that with 102. That is more focused on what types of tapes and what type of application across different markets. So you'll see automotive, B&C, general industrial, and print packaging. We try to highlight different applications that we currently play in and see in those areas. And then the PSA 200 is kind of the next level. If you have people on your team that are even more fascinated with tapes, they want to dig in a little bit deeper. This gets a little bit more granular on types of materials, face stocks, liners, that are carriers that are used in tapes. And then the 204 is tapes processing. So Ricardo and along with Rob Hart have tremendous tapes processing experience. And they use this as a platform to kind of share different types of lamination, different types of slitting, different types of die cutting, and not only what those are, but also some of the things that you might want to watch out for if you're using a tape in those types of machines, and ways that you can troubleshoot. So
Yeah.
this is another one where if you need, or if you'd like access to this, it's something that you can just reach out through the sales rep, your sales rep, and they'll get in contact with my team and we can schedule something. And we also can get creative. We've done this in the past, where if you want something a little bit tailored, you don't have time to do all four of these. You want a little taste of 101, you want a little bit of 204, we can modify it if it fits your audience a little bit better.
Oh, great. So you can customize the training for them.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, I love your enthusiasm, Joe. This has been a total pleasure having you here with us today. Thanks for spending time with us. Now, we did learn a lot about the technical team and the extensive capabilities of Avery Dennison Performance Tapes. It is great information that Joe has shared with us. We are just about ready to move into the Q&A with our guests, but before we do, you've got time to submit a question for our guests. If you have a question, post it now in the Q&A on the meeting toolbar. I'm going there right now. We do want to let you know that OnCore Live is going to be back in September. Check your email inbox for an announcement about the upcoming webisode, and that's going to be coming very soon. Okay, we've now got our guests back with us for the Q&A, and let's get started with our first question. Okay, this is for you, Joe. It says, can the technical specialist team help me with my customers if there's a problem? That's a good question.
Yeah, no, that is a great question. Yes, absolutely. So that is essentially their job and their role, is not only to support you, but support you with your customers, whether that's troubleshooting something on your line with a tape or with your process. Or we've even gone as far as to go into an end user with one of our customers to help them troubleshoot all the way at a couple down the chain. And we're willing and open to partner with you in whatever capacity you're comfortable with.
Okay, on to that next question. This is for you, Deanne. Is the automotive foam and fiber bonding portfolio available now? And where do I find more information?
Of course, Robin, it is available. We do have it on our website. Our website is tapes.averydennison.com. And /automotive area is where you will find all the foam and fiber products for automotive and this portfolio.
Okay, good. So they can get lots more information.
Correct.
Okay. Also for you, Deanne, you mentioned the Core Series app. How can I get access to it?
Well, Robin, we have that also on our website. So the only difference there is you would still go to tapes.averydennison.com. It would be /Core Series. So in that area is the app and any of the other assets that we have for the Core Series, including the Core Series guide. There's several bonding studies and all the tools that we have available for helping our customers hone in on the products from the Core Series are all included there.
And pretty much everything we've talked about today, there's a wealth of information on the Avery Dennison website. You can find a lot of information there. Okay, let's move on here. The next question. For Joe, how can I sign up for future PSA trainings?
Sure. Yeah. So again, contacting the salesperson that's the sales rep that you're working with is the best place to start. We offer trainings on a quarterly basis. So, if you are looking just to kind of set one in the future, we're happy to have you sign up in advance. Or, like I said, if you want to do something more specialized or would like something before the quarterly basis, we're open to that as well. But starting with your sales rep would be the best place to start.
It's a good place to start for a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this one is also for you. What types of adhesives can Avery Dennison formulate for you, Joe?
Yeah, that's a great question. As I kind of mentioned in the presentation, our formulating capabilities are one of the things that we offer that I'm most impressed with. And we can do silicone, rubber, and acrylic adhesive formulation. We do all of that on site here in Paynesville. And especially even the rubber, we can do hot melt or non-hot melt formulation as well. So we kind of do the full gambit here. So if you have any need, please reach out and we'd be happy to talk with you about it.
We've got time for probably one, maybe two more questions. Deanne, this one's for you. It's about the Core Series. No, actually, it's the Cert Finder, something I can get from an account manager, or is it on the website?
Well, that too, Robin, is also on the website. That is located in the tapes.averydennison.com /OEM Cert Finder area on our website. So our users can go there, check it out. Most of you hopefully have seen it over the years. It's been there for several years, and we continue to keep building upon it. So that's where it can be found.
Thanks, Deanne. Joe, is there a catalog where we can read and find out more about custom developed adhesives?
I don't believe we have anything in terms of a catalog that's out there. That would be more of something that we'd love to have a discussion with you and chat with you. But that's something. If you can reach out to your sales rep and you want to set up time with myself or someone on my team, we can run you through our process, different things that we have today off the shelf, different capabilities that we have in order for us to formulate to solve your problem. But I think that would be a great conversation to have and would be happy to be a part of it.
And open up a nice conversation. One last question. This is also for you, Joe. It says, how do I get access to the analytical lab or pilot coder?
Yeah, it sounds like a broken record here, but if you reach out to your sales rep, they'll be able to hook you up with my team. Again, I have a lot of our sales reps on speed dial. They work really closely with me and our team, and they're your lead into our team. And then once you get to my team, we can really take you anywhere within Avery Dennison. So I think that'd be the best place to start.
AveryDennison.com, just let's put that slide up and maybe another slide that says sales rep.
Exactly.
Keep it coming, keep it coming. From all of us here at OnCore Live, thank you for joining us today. Have a great summer, and we'll see you in September.